18, Holly Locke's World. Samantha was hanging out with Colin as I approached my gate, but she strolled toward me, leaving him on his own. I noticed how he adjusted the way he was standing so he looked taller and wondered what sort of strange snakes lived in his brain. As usual, Samantha came too close. It was like she had no idea about personal space. Miss Dove had done stuff about it in class, got us all to stand up and turn around with our arms stretched out to show what she meant. Samantha was sulky and itching for trouble. My first reaction was to shove her back a bit. Instead, I took a step sideways. Before she could start on me, I told her about the secret I was going to share with her. Not what it was, just when and where she had to meet me, midnight at the entrance to Pard's Wood. Her expression changed to pleasure. I looked beyond her toward Colin. Swear you won't tell anyone about this, either before or after, or the deal's off. I swear on my dad and Mam's life, she said before squeezing my hand. Colin pretended not to be watching, but I knew he was. Make sure he doesn't get too curious, I told her. She smiled and winked at me. I'll tell him it's girl stuff. He's not interested in that. Mam was making tea when I got home. When I told her I wasn't hungry, there was one of those loaded silences while her face went slightly red. You're just trying to punish me because Anthony started staying over, aren't you? God, how did we get from there to here? I thought. No, I replied. I just don't want anything to eat. And while we're talking about it, I'm going to become a veggie as well, so I don't want to eat any more meat. This is ridiculous. I know that look. You're trying to make me feel guilty. She obviously did feel guilty, so I said nothing, just got myself a glass of water. My head was still full of strange sounds and thoughts and the feeling that someone was watching me, ready to pounce. Come to think of it, that was probably guilt. Also, I was fed up that Samantha was going to get to ride Freya when she didn't deserve it. Far from getting to ride a pig, she needed to learn how to leave people alone. Anyway, what about our quiz? I said, when I was fed up of the silence and the heavy stares. Not tonight, she said, tight-lipped. Why not? I wanted my proper routine back. So many things outside the house were horrible and confusing. Why did my life at home have to fall apart as well? Anthony, she began, enough said. I started to walk past her when she grabbed at me, scraping my arm with her nails. It wouldn't have happened if I hadn't been feeling so upset, but the pain just floored me for a few seconds, and I lashed out. For F's sake, I said as I pushed her away, just leave me alone. That's when I got a slap across my face. I couldn't believe it at first. The room seemed to dip and swerve as I thought I was going to pass out, but Mam was so angry she didn't even seem to notice. How dare you use that language to me, she yelled. Get to your room and stay there. You can do without anything to eat tonight, and you can stay there till morning. You wanted an argument, did you? You wanted me out of the way, shut in my room, so I don't get in the way when he comes around. I closed the door before the plate in Mam's hand smashed against it. In my room, I struggled to barricade the door with my chest of drawers and pushed the top end of my bed up against the chest and the bottom against the wall. Then I fell on the bed and started sobbing quietly. If you come out of there before morning, you'll be grounded for a week, she shouted from the landing. Things were really out of hand. Nobody teaches you about death or dads running off or Mams getting boyfriends. They just think you need maths and English. My inside seemed to be tied up with elastic bands, and I felt so angry all the time except when I was with Jack and the pigs. It wasn't fair that Samantha was going to meet them and get to ride Freya, and it wasn't fair that Mam was more interested in Anthony than me. How did it all get so messed up? I lay on the bed trying to get a grip on my anger. I wanted to kick things, smash stuff, anything to make me feel better. I thought about my dad, about why he left. I thought about Jack's dad and how he must have felt when he realized he was going to die and wouldn't be there to care for his unusual son. I think people do that when they're about to pop off. I think loads of stuff zings through their brains, stuff they wish they could do something about. I wish I'd had a dad like Jack's instead of a waster who ran off, smelling of oil and fags. No amount of lying about was going to make things any better, though. I needed to do something positive. After checking all my plants, I rubbed the lemon geranium leaves and breathed the scent in deeply. The fruity fragrance was both soothing and energizing. It made me realize some good things had come out of all the horror. Miss Plum's body was gone, Jack was safe for the moment, and we were dealing with Samantha. The best thing to do was get some rest. Setting my watch alarm for 11:30, I closed my aching eyes and tried taking Jack's advice about seeing the brain as if it were in a room. I put all thoughts of Miss Plum's death and disposal into the far dimness of the distant corner inside a white box. 19. The outside time. Me and pigs wait on wood's threshold, smelt for Holly to fetch Samantha. This is the beginning of leaf and branch blocking sky and gratefulness. It is tree and earth domain, and I have discovered in past times their vast patience and respect of plunderers. Still, in contra to toleration, they sometimes do splat out smells and barbs and soft earth and plunging holes at invaders who disrespect. I shut my lids and listened in their bibblings. I know they are not restful, and this gives me a small bleak chill as they as usual welcoming a pig tribe in me. I have my first impulsing that I am wrong in the breeding of this Samantha. I catch the holly scent in my hog nostrils before seeing of her, as does this pig's. Peach runs for the scenting, us waits in the apprehensions. I tell the pigs before the intruder Samantha who has come, and they will do cooperate without any liking of it, and even now there is an instinct of new waverings. They will proceed as my desires be. Samantha licks up her arm to catch hold on Holly, and when they come out as in dark silence, I notice some streaky fear along her eyes. But she has bold stuff, I sense this, and she has been much fearful before times. In closeness I apprehend her big damage, and my regretfulness grows until I must slap it back or let frighteners take a hold. Her legs is not protected of trousers, and her clothes is extreme bright, but sticks out loud in this greenery place. This is Jack Plum, Holly says with crossness. I know this is Jack Plum, Samantha says. I've seen him loads of times. And did laugh at me, I say. She is much surprised by this out-loud voice, which is behaving good for Holly. I give out my hand as is proper. Hello, Samantha, I say, as I think it will be best to make a peace thing among these girl pigs. She thinks some few seconds before reaching her hand at me, and Holly stays says tight of anger. Then Samantha makes the handshake. Hello, Jack Plum, she says, with eyes dropping back to the usual way of weariness. So it's all about pigs, eh? She says. Her voice tells she does not believe this as truth. The pigs stay in extreme stillness, only snuffling close, except a Peach who leaps to be in Holly's region. Holly bends for strokes and cuddling as Samantha comes by one side of me. There is a shape in her face, far back behind the eyes, what is a reminder of them, something mangled. Well then, she says, is this it? Do we just stand around here all night? And when she laughs as if it is a glass crackling. What is your extreme pestering of Holly all for, Samantha? I ask. She looks to me with a twisty, hurted mouth. I don't pester her. I'm her friend, her only friend, and if everybody finds out she's been with you, she'll never have any more friends. Her words do come up sideways. She moves in on too much space with me, and I make steps away, but she does like a shadow. Keep up extreme close. This too closeness of her shows me the wasted upness within her. It is stinging to my soul heart. Within Freya's side swaying, I see of worryings. She has the duty of her tribe. They look for her for judgments. I give her my touch for assuring and signal the time for the romping and mudlarking. We set ourselves off into the deep of the woods at a quickness. On the shelves inmost, my hog skull stir things extra cautious. Tremble things what are for warning. This is due from Samantha's mangled parts, what is far back, and will not be approachable from pig sweetness, as it does not take comforting. There sits the danger, what Freya and I know, almost like it might be touched. And now there is no way into the pastime before Samantha. It is done, and we will have the consequence. Bard's Wood looks on at us, all intruders but some known and usually welcomed in. A tree branch snares to Samantha's clothing, plucks with unfriending. Brackens do scratch at her legs, and she makes a jingling screech. Oh no, look at my bloody cardigan, she calls. I hate this wood. Can we go somewhere else? No, Holly snaps, and I get awareness that this is what trees have knowledged. Samantha's disease for them, and they will spite and crush if they do mind to. So I get a relief flash when the river is reached and the tree is crowding less. Soon Samantha questions about the pig riding, what Holly has told, and I call upon Freya for this task as previously agreed with her, my main pig. Freya drops her rear end load for Samantha to clamber up and then to sway off extra slow as told, but the girl pig calls out unsatisfied with the slow and does yell for more. Faster, faster, she calls. Come on, whoopee, faster. Look at me, Holly, look at me. Holly's face stays within a shadow, much heavy as sky before full rain. She keeps up the staring and the biting into her lips until soon she wants it no more. Stop her, Jack, she says. Stop her, she'll wear poor Freya out. It will be well, Holly. Freya will stop when ready. Watch. Freya gets the angers now. Samantha will not end the shouting demands for faster. She even starts slapping on Freya's haunch. Freya looks at me, and I give her the nodding as agreed before time, and she runs extreme fast, then does stop as sudden, so Samantha flies from pigback with shrieking and dumps heavily on mudgrass. She does look as a sad piglet, one what is not loved by her mamsow. I want Holly to make notice on this wounded out pig girl, but she is much anchored up on Samantha's pig riding. Help me up, Holly, she does say, for her feet do slide up on the scummy ground, but Holly will not give up assistance. I do not want Samantha's raging to come up upon my tribe, so I make a lift of her to the grassy banking. Thank you, Jack, she says. You're very kind and very strong. Then she gives up what Holly calls as one of her pukey kickles, but it is not of laughter stuff, it is of despairing. Time for you to go now, Samantha, Holly says. That was the deal. The pigs get into the ending of the wallow plotching and wait quiet for what is next. There is some atmosphere of the bad energy, and the trees seem to claw in towards us. I notice the bird song has paused up as well, and I full regret one more time the coming of Samantha. But I want to see where the pigs live. Jack won't mind, will you? Samantha stares to me with a pleading look, and she presses into closeness at me. I have confusion at her coldness within warm skin. Her hand touches at mine, and she makes a finger stroke up on my palm spot. No, Holly shouts in full sharpness, but that's not fair. I want to come with you and Jack. A rushing train belts past the extreme of the wood, heading for the far lands, and I gather the time is now late. My pigs have need for the feed and sleep in peacefulness. This little piggy, Samantha says alongside a little smile and an even littler voice, and she does the stroke thing at my hand again. My hog head does get heated out with Samantha's changefulness. One time fearful, then at her games. Her inside confusion trickles up on everything. This little piggy, she says again as she moves full close up on me, side on side. That's enough, Holly shouts. Jack, you wait till me and her have gone, then you take the pigs home, okay? I nod and Samantha is full of moans. Come on, you, Holly tells her. No, I want to go with Jack and you. I don't want to go home. She moves so in at me that I feel her breaths upon my arm, and she throws whispers up to my big hog head. What are you whispering? Holly says. That's between Jack and me. She says, I begin, and Samantha's groans shake her small head, but Holly is my true friend who I cannot ever let down. These two is in hot conflicting of each other, but there is the friend thing in the back of it all, but not getting out, so I do speak it, even as I do fear of consequences. She says she will give show of her to me if Holly does not want the finish of all the words, so she takes the hold on Samantha's arm. You're effing disgusting, Holly shouts. How would you like it if I told your mom and dad what you just said? Then she tries to drag the girl pig off me, but Samantha makes the big struggle. I don't care what you do, she screams. Right then, let's go and